And let's just cut across to Amit Shah, who's taking stock of the situation after that cyclone Biparjoy made a landfall in the state of Saurashtra and Kutch. So now the Prime Minister, in a chopper, taking stock of the line of destruction that's been left behind in Kutch after that cyclone, which was a very severe cyclone, which took over 6 hours to make landfall in the area around Jakau port between Mandvi in Gujarat and Karachi in Pakistan. That was the kind of radius that a cyclone was to cover. It made landfall. That process took many hours. It was quite a unique storm when it comes to the size of that storm. The eye of the storm was 50 kilometers, much wider than usual. It took many days at sea. It stayed at sea for 9 days. This weather system continues to affect, though it's a day 11. Now it has weakened. It has moved from Gujarat towards Rajasthan. It is impacting the state of Rajasthan. A red alert warning has been sounded off. But what has it done in Kutch, the area where it made landfall? And that is where Amit Shah has gone to take stock of the destruction left behind by Cyclone Biparjoy. So these are aerial views of Kutch, where Home Minister is there today in order to take stock of the situation. Biparjoy made landfall on Thursday evening. It started at 6:30 in the evening, but the entire process took 6 hours. It's only by 2:30 at night when that very severe cyclone weakened into a severe cyclone. It stayed with that intensity over the next 10 hours before it lost its intensity and became a cyclone. It's taken many hours since for it to weaken into a deep depression. It's going to weaken further into a depression. But this weather system is continuing to impact certain areas of Gujarat and now even Rajasthan. A red alert warning has been sounded off for Rajasthan as well. So a word of caution to all those out there. But what exactly has happened in Kutch, where that landfall that took place, as far as the cyclone is concerned, which stayed at sea for 9 days, it continued to gain strength. It came in with wind speeds of 125, gusting to 140 kmph at the time of landfall near Jakau port in Gujarat. So that is the area where the impact was felt the most. It's districts of Kutch which were impacted during that cyclone. So the Home Minister there taking stock of the situation. Aerial views coming in of Kutch, where Cyclone Biparjoy made landfall on Thursday evening. So a commendable job by the government in terms of how prepared they were for this cyclone, which did result in over 23 people being injured, many animals were killed. But overall, the destruction was minimal in terms of loss of life. 2 people died. However, we have Megha joining us to get us more on this. Megha, visuals on our screens right now of Amit Shah taking stock of the situation as far as the destruction that's been left behind by Cyclone Biparjoy.
Well, Home Minister Amit Shah, as far as the cyclone is concerned, had been involved with the preparedness even before. At least 3 to 4 days before the cyclone actually struck. So both Prime Minister and Mr. Amit Shah have been sitting through a series of meetings, to essentially ensure that they had every preparation in place so that the damage is minimum. Because they were, of course, expecting, given the fact that this was a very severe cyclonic storm, the damage was being expected much beforehand. The apprehension was that the coastal areas where it would hit, it would at least, as far as infrastructure is concerned, the ports are concerned, and we are here specifically talking about Jakau, Mandvi, etc., those areas, they would take a hit. And that is how exactly it's happened. In fact, Biparjoy also now has the dubious distinction of being one of the longest surviving cyclones in that area. So hence, of course, Mr. Amit Shah, who was actually due to, the area almost 3 or 4 days back, he had to cancel it. And today, of course, keeping all his other engagements aside, he is taking a stock of the situation. The visuals which are there on the screens tell you that, this aerial survey that he's conducting at this moment, of course, he'll be coming back with all the information that he himself has gathered, and then firsthand, of course, in a situation like this, he's seeing it for himself, his own home state, he would be coming back much more informed and armed with information, understanding what the ground, status is like at this moment. Now that the cyclone subsided in that area, leaves a trail of destruction. It would perhaps help him and his ministry, take care of the restoration in this region much better. I'm also assuming that he would be apprising and briefing the Prime Minister once he's back, given that it's the home state for both of them. And both of them have actually been involved in ensuring that, whatever damage is done is, contained in the minimal. So, Mr. Amit Shah
Right,
there
Megha, when we talk about the kind of damage we've seen, over 5,000 electricity poles have been damaged, huge financial loss as far as the state power company is concerned, over 4,600 villages that were left without electricity in the aftermath as far as the cyclone is concerned, which uprooted thousands of electricity poles and many, many trees.
Well, right, but the silver lining here is that because you have the administration move in much beforehand, both the center and the state, as well as, of course, at the local level, the district administration, the Zilla Taluka, etc., all of them moved much beforehand. And so as a result of that, what really happened is that you could contain the human casualties. That's the way one needs to look at it right now. The human casualties are the minimal. Hasn't even gone in double digits, actually.